Free play is probably one of the most common and most effective ways to improve in Rocket League. No matter what pro you watch, they always mention free play when talking about their favorite way to train. However, you're not a pro, and neither am I. Our mechanics are significantly worse. Just going into free play and copying what the pros do most likely won't work well for you. And I know you want to go into free play and just continuously drive the ball up the wall and go for flip resets and ceiling shots. And I do too. But if you really want to improve, then you need to utilize your time spent in free play a little better. And how do you do that, might you ask? Well, watch the rest of the video to find out, because I'm going to give you 5 free play drills that will help you improve your mechanics. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Now before we get into the actual drills, I just want to mention one thing. While it's not essential, I highly suggest you turn unlimited boost off when doing these drills. The reason I say this is because having limited boost means you have to pick boost up, whether that be through pads or the big boost pads. So by doing these drills in 3play, you're naturally going to improve your boost management. And also, learning to subconsciously pick up small pads around the field is one of the most underrated skills you can have as a Rocket League player. One of the main reasons you are probably getting scored on is because you're out of position from looking for 100 boost pads, and that causes you to be in the wrong position at the wrong time. When in reality, you drove past 4 or 5 small pads which would have put you in position and given you more than enough boost to make a play on the ball. So even though the aim of these free play drills are not boost management, it never hurts to make your training a little bit more difficult if it means you'll improve in something else. But now let's actually get into the free play drills that will help you rank up. Okay, so for the first drill, you want to start by chipping the ball into the wall. Now once it hits off the wall, you're going to wait for it to bounce twice, then hit the ball as hard as you can against the wall again. So you technically want to hit the ball off the half volley when it bounces for the second time. And now you basically want to continue to wait for 2 bounces, then keep hitting the ball as hard as you can. You want to keep it continuous without messing up, but still focus on being able to hit it with the most power you can. And if you don't already know how to get the most power on your touches, you want to flip into the ball, hitting it with the corners of your car. And you want to make contact with the center of the ball, otherwise you'll miss out on more power. The aim of this drill is consistency with hitting the ball as hard as you can. So not only will your shots be more powerful, your clears will also be a lot stronger. This skill is extremely useful, and honestly, just being able to do this consistently could get you into ranks like Diamond and maybe even Champ. Even in my GC games, I see players or even myself not clearing the ball as far as possible, which leads to loss of possession and sometimes even conceding. Not only will it just help with power, it helps with timing, depth perception, and momentum control. Having to wait for 2 bounces while still needing to hit the ball with power is actually more challenging than you might think. You have to take wide turns to keep momentum and still need to time it right to hit the ball off the second bounce. Being able to control your momentum while still having perfect timing is one of the key skills of boost management. Having to slow down and speed up to adjust your timing will always consume more boost. So for this drill, keep practicing at it until you can consistently keep it going after multiple shots. Now for drill number 2, it's going to be a similar drill to number 1, but it focuses on other components. So I advise you pair these 2 drills together as they go hand in hand. So drill number 2 is hitting the ball off the wall after 2 bounces, but you can't jump. So you are literally just driving into the ball, but you have to hit it off the bounce in a way that it goes high off the wall. Like I said, this drill is focusing more on the control of your touch instead of how powerful it is. Now this drill is a lot more difficult and a lot less forgiving than drill 1. With drill number 1 you can jump, so if you miss timing you can adjust it by jumping and flipping into the ball. However, with this drill, if you miss the timing, that's it. So honestly, you need a little more patience with this drill. But the outcome of getting consistent with this drill is extremely beneficial. First, as I already mentioned, timing. The window to get a good enough touch is very small, so this drill helps you with controlling your momentum and timing when getting a touch on the ball. But the main benefit from doing this drill is your first touch. Doing this drill has really helped the control of my first touch, whether that be I touch it to keep the ball close or pop up the ball for an aerial play. But regardless, I have felt much more consistency making the exact touch I want instead of having to adjust to a bad touch of mine. So this drill is all about being able to time and control your touch to get that nice pop up in the air. Drill number 3 is going to be a much simpler drill, but it's just as important, especially if you want to rank up in 1s and 2s, and that is going to be bounce dribbles. All you're going to be doing is getting this slight pop up from the ball off each bounce, so you want to get a touch every time the ball bounces, and you want to just do this drill by continuously bounce dribbling around the field, but you still want to keep control of the ball, so make sure you get a light enough touch so that it stays close to you. This is because when you start bounce dribbling in a game, a lot of people like to insta challenge as soon as you touch the ball, so if you make a touch off a bounce dribble, make sure you can follow up the ball quickly so you don't get challenged and lose possession. Bounce dribbles are an incredible offensive tool that will help you score a lot of goals in your 1s and 2s games. You have so many offensive options out of a bounce dribble. Personal favorite of mine is making the opponent stop all their momentum and then shooting off the bounce, because you can generate a lot of power and they no longer have the momentum to stop it. One player that was incredibly well known for his bounce dribbles was Pro Falcons player OneEyedGhoul. OneEyedGhoul was a monster 1v1 player and everyone knew him for how much power he could generate from his bounce dribbles, and it was usually his main offensive weapon. So you can understand how good bounce dribbles can be if you're consistent with them. Now for drill number 4, we are going to be using the Freeplay controls on the D-pad in order to improve our shooting along with momentum control. Do you ever feel like there are times when someone passes you the ball but you can't control your momentum, so you end up flying past the ball or getting a really bad touch? Because if that is you, trust me, you're not alone. So this drill is made to help you with that exact problem. So what I want you to do is reset from kickoff and push the ball to one side of the field. Then you need to turn around and go the opposite way the ball is, press down on the D-pad and the ball will launch towards you like a teammate has passed you the ball. And all you want to do is just score it. This works for both the Bucky's Mod D-pad controls and the normal Rocket League ones, so if you're on console you want to be using the launch ball button, and if you use Bucky's Mod you want to choose the default Freeplay controls and press down on the D-pad. As you start to get more comfortable, start to increase your speed when you call for the launch ball. Also start to aim more into the corners and try to hit the ball with power. There's no point shooting the ball if it's just going to roll along the floor with no speed, so keep practicing this and you'll feel more comfortable in different shooting situations. Now for drill number 5 and the final Freeplay drill for this video, we are going to be doing the exact same drill as number 4, but instead you're going to call for it while on the wall. Rocket League isn't a game that is just played on the ground, but you have the walls and the ceilings to also use. So the sooner you understand that and start to utilize the walls, the more complete you become as a player. So for this drill, I want you to use the launch ball button in Freeplay while you're on the wall. To start with, I want you to just shoot. Even that can be pretty difficult, so make sure you focus on this until you are comfortable. After that, if you're a high rank, try getting creative. Either take a soft touch and go for an aerial play, or instead of shooting straight away, slam it off the backboard and go for a double touch. Out of all the drills that I've given you in this video, this one is by far the most difficult. Even I struggle with this drill as a GC2, so I'm still learning how to get consistent with it. But I promise you, if you practice and get consistent with this drill, you'll be way above the players in your rank in no time. Well, those are 5 Freeplay drills that everyone can use to improve their mechanics. When I was still new to the game, I was always told Freeplay is the best way to improve, but I was never told how to use it right, so I just neglected it. And I know there are others that can relate. So I hope you find these drills useful, and I'm sure you can implement them into your training. If you did enjoy this video and found it helpful, then I would really appreciate it if you could like and comment on this video to boost the algorithm. And also subscribe if you want to see more similar content. And if you really want to support me further, then use code OneEyedGhoul in the support a creator section in the Rocket League store. I've been really sick the past few weeks, and that's the reason I haven't uploaded in a while. But now I'm all better, so I hope to be back to creating content regularly. But anyways, that's all from me for now. I'll see you guys next time.